interesting, these home nations events, you know, we talk about the capacity for shocks early on, and you do get quite a few, but look at the finals this season, the three finals. Judd Trump, Neil Robertson at the English Open, Judd Trump, Ronnie O'Sullivan at the Northern Ireland Open, and here we are at the Scottish Open, the biggest hitters in the game in each final.
One.
Well, at this level, we're going to see it more and more, aren't we, over the course of the season? Big finals, leaving that red sticking out. They're going to pot them more than they miss them. This is a brave shot. That's a terrific shot. Serves the cue to get beyond the blue. Struck it nicely.
Six.
Little cannon here, I think, on the red, the other side of the black.
14.
In the Scottish Open, of course, played in the event for the first ranking title, a fourth different ranking title. In fact, the World Championship, International, China Open, he's all won back-to-back before.
22.
Next colour here.
28.
Tiny bit straight to force it quite a lot to do it from there. Not put.
45.
Rather surprising, that enough.
Selby 35.
Selby-like. Caught these a bit thick. Gibel's not travelling as far as he hoped. Red's opened up more than he expected. Half a chance for O'Sullivan. Oh, it's a disappointing miss, actually. Might cost him the frame. He didn't get very close. He might have played it with a trace of left-hand side. Just pushed it onto the ball. Might be the reason he hit it thick. It's the one way you invariably will leave the...
Golden chance for Selby to go back in front. Already ahead as he comes back to the table.
Eight. 9.
Yeah, he's got not a great deal of work to do here. I mean, everything's so out in the open.
14. 15.
'It's not like boxing. You can't land a knockout blow early on in these opening sessions, but it's all about jostling. If you can take a 3-1 lead and then get in front, coming back tonight. Both players still sort of sussing each other out as well this afternoon. But barring something dramatic, it's going to be 2-1 to Selby. What happened in frame 1? O'Sullivan played on even with pink and black on.
Yeah, good point.
41. 38.
Smattering of fake applause is one behind snookers.
Yeah, I've noticed now there's different grades, isn't there, of fake applause? As you say, there's a smattering, there's a sort of more whistles. That's the ultimate. If you get that, you know you're doing well.
46.
Crowds are due to reduce capacity at the Masters in January. At the Alexandra Palace, obviously, we can't see into the future. We don't know what will happen between now and then, but let's hope they do. Because that tournament in particular, of course, associated with the crowds and making the atmosphere. Many a battle in that tournament.
53. 54.
'Yes, in a roundabout way, this frame was won when Selby was hit the safety shot too thick. The half chance that Sullivan got, he never got particularly close to. Yeah, so I think he just pushed it onto the ball. Left this wonderful chance, which Selby is very happily. Day whether it really is complete revenge for what happened in the Crucible. But it is a trophy, and it's the final ranking event. So I think should he win today, which of course he's not anywhere near, man. Such a intimidating player, I think, Sullivan these days, always has been. But the way he plays at the moment, the intimidation factor is down.
75.
I think each of them regard a win over the other as a good win, wherever it is, but certainly when it's in a final or whether it's at the Crucible, you know, a big occasion. Seems to me, though, Selby hasn't dwelt on that defeat too much. I mean, he won the first in the European Masters. Gone deep in quite a few other tournaments.
80.
So it's just enough on for the first set.
84. 89. 95.
This black for Mark Selby's 8th century of this Scottish Open. Nicely done. Clearance of 102. The chance was there, and he took it well. And for the second time, Mark Selby leads the final. One more frame to come before the interval. It's 2-1. Cost £70,000 and ranking points. Been another very good week. Of course, the first day there was all sorts of chaos because a lot of the COVID results hadn't come back and matches were delayed. Some matches were held over, but the team here coped with that very well. It was a late night on the first day, but they caught up and And then, of course, overnight they've got again tomorrow. The good news is it doesn't start till the evening, so there's a little.
Sullivan unwilling to open the bunch up, playing safety shot in that way. But he may have left that red on. Not that it's an easy shot this time. The cue ball, can he get underneath it enough to screw the cue ball around the back of all of those? That's point, playing the cue ball back to the other end of the table here. So it doesn't matter so much when you miss them.
One.
Having said that, just one red sticking out. Sullivan's chance here. Doesn't need a second invitation to play these shots. Just slid off them slightly.
8.
No, not an easy. They hit the bottom red half ball and it just took the cue ball up the table. Rest. It's the cue ball there. Whatever bite he was meant to get on the cue ball wasn't on it, and it went into the side of the bunch.
Right, Sullivan, 9.
Great building. Obviously, you're going to play quicker than if they're long safety duels. But he's the quicker of the two at the moment.
Well, it might be the very thin edge of the right hand. Not such an easy path around the table. The red below the black doesn't make it easy to play that shot, swinging the cue ball around. Still managed it though. Good shot.
1.
Seven out of 8.
Five. 6. 13.
First time these two ever played was in China Open. And he won 5-3.
14.
That was the tournament where he was he was reception at 1 in the morning, trying to get transport down to the venue to play a match at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So jet lagged as he looks to get into them.
Yes, is that available, that red to the left corner?
21.
He's to be. Of it, just to pot it. So, Sullivan might feel that things could have been worse from the shot that Selby got in from. It's not going to hurt him greatly, that little
Mark
break.
Selby, 21.
Finishes it off with a good safety shot, though. I don't know that. I've been trying this. Either way, it's a mistake. Possibly a costly one.
One.
He's finished right in between. About 3 shots here. We get top spin to avoid hitting the brown on the way through. At least he's got the red in the pocket, which helps. Might be feeling, Mark Selby, that he's got O'Sullivan a little subdued, missing 1 or 2, so he's got.
Seven.
And right at the table, none of those reds are available. Go the other side.
Fourteen.
Just feel he's never quite been in control of this break. Yeah, and he's eventually missed.
Mark Selby, 14.
No, I think you're right, Dave. Good observation. He was just ball at a time without any real fluency in between.
Just never. It was a good chance when he came to the table.
One.
Well, that seemed to kick. It hasn't stopped the ball going in. Cue ball jumped up in the air. Well, how does he finish there? A lot of things happened on that shot. The blue that he lost off the side of the bunch, developed those. Now if this bottom red goes in, he's missed.
Well, it didn't make any difference to the pot.
That's a very good pot.
One.
Where's he going to end up though? Big shot this. Played very confidently now. This is a chance to win the frame. The earlier chance never really quite happened.
3.
There'll be no excuse, I think, this time should he not win the frame from here.
Four.
As I say, it's a match, but there are matches within the one match. It's Selby looking to win it, get himself 3-1 up. And then there is the prospect, of course, of potential lead in the second half. There's also the prospect, of course, of O'Sullivan coming back at him. But first things first, get this frame won.
12.
Couple of safety errors from O'Sullivan have contributed. Trying to get the white on the back cushion on that last shot, didn't quite get it to the cushion. Selby knocked in the red.
$19. $20.
So this Brown has put him 42 in front.
Yeah, played that quite well. He's okay on the red. Doesn't matter what else happens as long as the red goes in. I think it's a fair reflection of play. 3-1 Selby.
Yeah, of course he made the century, 102 in frame 3. 5 with 35 on. 3 snookers required. Always the chance of the free ball with the last red. But he's sort of forcing O'Sullivan into potting it.
1. $8. For O'Sullivan, 8.
Good effort. I think this is a little different. There's every reason to... Certainly Selby would have done if it was him. Whereas he'd like to have kept it on the table. O'Sullivan, the free ball and all of that. Was the free ball than it would do on the colours.
Well, it's never not interesting when these two play, whatever the match, but certainly 5 ice.
And 15 minutes to ponder over how the first part of it's gone, and you just got to score better, I think. He hasn't really competed as well in that department. Hasn't had any brilliant chances. Safety's not been as good as kind of in keeping with how his week has been. Been just playing in snatches, really.
Yeah, 3-1 I think definitely is a fair reflection of what we've seen.
Mark Selby, 2.
Surely now, this fourth frame will be over.
3. Seven.
Remember, it's first to 9 to win this Scottish Open. Mark Selby looking to defend the title. Ranking event number 19 of his career.
12. Mark Selby.
Went in, and thank goodness the cue ball didn't, because the frame is over. And Mark Selby cleaned, but it's Mark Selby, as I say, the happier of the two as they head off to the interval. 9 the target to be Scottish Open champion. Mark Selby leads